So welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Wangui Mwangi and I'm a Kenyan Naren. I do videos on nursing and matters appertaining nursing. So today is another bright day that I wish to speak about something that has been asked in my channel, and this regards the Amber List. So I previously did a video on the requirements any Kenyan nurse or any overseas nurse, international nurse who wishes to transform into a UK RN. And these requirements are just to help you like transition to become now a fully practicing nurse in the UK or United Kingdom. So yeah, as you're aware, Kenya was placed in the Amber List by the WHO, and that is a topic for today. So I'm going to be digesting what this means for those wishing to immigrate to the UK as nurses, having been nurses in their own country. So relax, welcome and enjoy. In this video, I'm going to ask us to just reflect back and think about the WHO and what it is. So in 1948, the United Nations agency that connects United Nations partners and people to promote health, keep the world safe, and serve vulnerable communities was created, and this is the WHO, which is the World Health Organization. So this World Health Organization has been taking care of the world since 1948. So why I'm starting in 1948 is because the Amber List has to do with the World Health Organization, and I will tell you why in a minute. I have it in my notebook who the World Health Organization are, and usually it's an organization comprising of 8,000 plus professionals, and this includes the world's leading public health experts, including doctors, epidemiologists, scientists, and managers. And together they coordinate the world's response to health emergencies, promote well-being, prevent disease, and expand access to healthcare. So by connecting nations, people, and partners to scientific evidence that they can rely on, they strive to give everyone equal chance at a safe and a healthy life. So they're responsible for all member countries who are part of the world. So basically the whole world has something to do with the World Health Organization because it takes care of us. World Health Organization has 194 member states, and the member states elect the Director General who leads the organization in achieving the global health goals. So basically, it's not the entire world that is part of the World Health Organization. However, even if they're not member states, it still takes care of the entire world because it's among the United Nations, and the United Nations are trying to come together and solve the problems of the world at large. So yes, 194 member states, WHO, taking care of us and about health matters, all right? World Health Organization has a code for practice for the international recruitment of health and social care personnel, and according to them, Kenya was placed in this Amber List to prevent over-recruitment from Kenya, leaving Kenya without healthcare personnel. That makes a lot of sense, right? However, for the person who wants to really come to the UK to practice as a nurse and they're jobless at Kenya, this makes very little sense because you really want to get out of Kenya. So what it means basically is that external agencies will not come fishing for candidates who can fill positions in the UK. All right, but all is not lost, because if these candidates are willing to come to the UK, they can still pursue that route by applying directly to the employers. And if they do and get the secure job and get a contract, they have no limitations but to go. All right, so this places the responsibility more on the individual candidate as opposed to the organizations. And then this will also help to prevent extreme poaching of very talented nurses from the Kenyan space to the UK space. However, it doesn't say that you cannot maybe seek for job opportunities. You still can. If that is something that interests you, then you should pursue it. All right, so any advertisation, any headhunting or referrals has since stopped from Kenya to the UK. For example, let's say I'm in the UK myself and my employer needs nurses. They can't ask me to ask other Kenyan friends who wants to come to the UK, in our case nurses, to come. But if those nurses somehow find their way to contact my employer on their own volition, they are allowed to do so. This is different from being in the red list. Previously, Kenya was in the green list, and in the green list means you can work, you can seek out for work opportunities. Employers and external organizations and agencies can actually come poaching for people and looking for more recruits, and the recruits can actually benefit to get their job opportunities. So in a period of time, we have really enjoyed this, as this has been happening and people have been moving in masses. So still, movement will still continue. However, it's going to be scaled down because there is the amber list. But all is not lost, guys, because remember, sometimes back last year, the Kenyan government had a bilateral agreement with the UK government that Kenyan nurses who are jobless can actually be facilitated to come to the UK. However, that still means if you are to come to the UK from Kenya, you still have to go through the process and finish the requirements that I spoke about in my other video. So you still have to go through the IELTS, you still have to go through CBT, you still have to do other things that will help you process your visa, such as the TB test. You have to pay your fees for evaluation and registration with the Nursing and Midwifery Council of the UK, and you have to do the due processes. You have also to take care of yourself by reading through the contract so that you know what you're signing into before you get into the thing that you have signed yourself into, because it's a life decision and it could hold a lot of career development, growth, and enjoyment to life. However, it could also mean something different if you sign something that you're not really sure what it is that you want to do. All right, so I would say, by all means, the amber list is by no way a means to tell you can't come to the UK or seek job opportunities. However, the advertisation, most agencies will not come advertising to you about jobs in the UK. However much the UK needs nurses. However, nursing remains a career in the shortage occupation list in the UK, so they still need nurses, and those nurses or those nursing positions will still be filled by international nurses. However, if you want to participate as an international nurse in that space, then you still need to do the work yourself, apply, get the job. Somewhere along the way, the hospital or the employer that you choose can still attach you to an agency, but the agency can't attach you to any employer at the moment. Most agencies will not agree to do that because it will be against the law in the UK as well. So yes, so now there are other channels you have to learn, and you have to do a lot of research online, and you have to apply online and do all your interviews, secure your job before you can contact any agency. So yeah, that's all it means.